What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. I am Ken, and guys, look, this happened a little sooner than I expected, but the Kino Lorber fall sale has begun. It actually started yesterday. I was so out of the loop, I didn't realize the fall sale had happened until I think later that afternoon. Usually I'm like right on top of it, ready to put in my order. I still, as of right now, have not put in my Kino Lorber order. Now, I have said numerous times I'm on a spending freeze because of the never ending story, but I break the spending freeze for the Kino Lorber sale because I like to get my order in early. Because look, guys, if you get your Kino Lorber sale order in early, like within the first couple of days, you have a better chance of getting your stuff in quicker. Now, if you wait, the longer you wait, the longer you're going to have to wait to get your stuff in. That's just what's happened in my experience ordering from Kino Lorber during the sales. But if you guys don't know, like Kino Lorber sales, they are just chef's kiss. Like the prices are outstanding for the 4Ks and the Blu-rays. I usually hold off. Like I get the Kinos that I really want when they come out, but I try to hold off on a lot of the releases to get during these sales because they are such a great deal. Like they go down from $26.99 to $17.99 on a lot of the 4Ks. Some of the 4Ks are $14.99, which we'll get into. And then a lot of their Blu-rays, guys, are $10. So it's like you cannot beat. You get slip covers and everything for a lot of these titles. And Kino usually does a good job letting you know what you get slip covers for. So yeah, guys, we're just going to go through the list. I'm going to give you all some recommendations as we go. The ones that I've seen, the ones I have in my collection that I enjoy. I'll give you some recommendations along the way. So let me make this a little bit bigger. And bam, you all know how this goes. I've done several of these types of videos, just hyping up these Kino Lorber sales. All right, so let's see. We got the Crybaby. So you know a big title that's in this sale that I will 100% recommend is Crybaby, but you got the fall sale, 700 plus titles for as low as $549. So like I said, it started yesterday. It's going to go until why is it making me put my email address in? What is going on here? We figured it out. All right, we figured it out. We're on the Kino Lorber fall sale. The final day is Monday, October the 21st. So we've got pretty much 4 weeks. Well, not 4 weeks, 3.5 weeks of sale time with Kino Lorber. So I always like to say this is a marathon. It's not a sprint. You know, you don't have to get everything you want in the first go. You know, I'll spend a little money here, and I hope to dip back into it towards the end. But yeah, Kino sales are my absolute favorite. Let's run through these titles. I like to go through the 4Ks first. And you can, you know, adjust your filters accordingly. I'll go 4K lowest to highest. All right, so we got Killer's Kiss is $12.99. So that's a Stanley Kubrick film. Now, that is a very short film. It's only like 60 minutes, I think, but still cool to have a 4K for $12.99. You got Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy for $15.99 on 4K. Staying Alive, guys, is $15.99. That's Staying Alive is a really fun movie. It's not as good as Saturday Night Fever, like as far as the quality of the movie, but I enjoyed the hell out of that movie when I watched it earlier this year. And that 4K is immaculate. What a fantastic 4K is Staying Alive. So we got Suspect Zero. I do have that one, haven't seen it. I do need Hannibal in the collection. That's $17.99 for that one. Just because I don't have it on 4K, and I've got all the other, you know, Hannibal movies on 4K. Or I got Silence of the Lambs several times on 4K, and then I've got Red Dragon as well on 4K. But I do need Hannibal at some point. You got the classics here, like The Great Escape. Some like It Hot. Like I said, Kino's usually pretty good about, you know, putting this stuff on there. And if they show it with a slipcover, it should come with a slipcover. If it doesn't have a slipcover, then it's probably not, because it's been in print for quite some time. Some Like It Hot, a great movie, Great Escape. Some Like It Hot, I think I reviewed that on the channel. That was a great 4K. Hard Targets, I reviewed that on the channel as well. That's a fantastic 4K. And that's a really, really great Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. In the Heat of the Night is a really cool release because they actually included the 2 sequels. I think They Call Me Mr. Tibbs, and I can't remember the name of the other one. So there's 2 bonus movies in the Heat of the Night, and that movie was great. It was my first time watching it. I thought it was fantastic. The transfer is immaculate, looks fantastic as well. So In the Heat of the Night is 100% a recommendation. Like I said, you get those 2 extra movies. And that's $17.99. From here on out, I think all of the 4Ks are $17.99. Out of Sight on 4K, The Killing on 4K, which is a great Stanley Kubrick film, early Kubrick film. That's $17.99. We got Paths of Glory, which is another great early Stanley Kubrick film. I love Paths of Glory, but that's a top 5 Kubrick film for me. I love it. $17.99 for that. Dress to Kill's awesome. $17.99. Usual Suspects is a really great, 90s crime drama. $17.99 for that. Escape from Alcatraz. Still haven't watched that one, but that's $17.99. Taking a Felon 1, 2, 3. I've seen the remake, but I have not seen the original, but that's $17.99. We got Nobody's Fool for $17.99. We've got Death Wish, which looked amazing on 4K from Kino Lorber. That is $17.99. Lots of great stuff in this sale this time around, guys. Like, there's a lot of great 4Ks here to jump into. Italian Job, Marathon Man, which I love. Marathon Man, that was a great movie. 12 Angry Men, another bonus with this one. You get the remake directed by William Friedkin, so that's really awesome. And this was an outstanding 4K. And the movie itself, like, it was my first time watching it. I was like, this is a 5 out of a 5, one of the best movies I've ever seen. Ages incredibly well because all the themes in it just resonate today. So 12 Angry Men was a spectacular movie. Night of the Hunter is a fantastic movie. $17.99. Black and white, guys. If you got that Dolby Vision, that HDR, like, it just looks so freaking clean and fantastic. So Night of the Hunter was great looking. Manchurian Candidates is $17.99. Monster Squad, guys, is on here. Now you're not going to get the slip, but that's $17.99 for that. Underworld, $17.99. Not the Kate Beckinsale ones, but this is a Clive Barker film. That's a part of the Kino cult line, I believe. Stalag 17 is $17.99. I think that's a Billy Wilder film. 3 Days of the Condor. Needful Things is on here for $17.99. To Live and Die in LA is on here for $17.99. And that is a fantastic William Friedkin movie. Love that movie. Spaceballs, all-time classic, $17.99. Face Off for $17.99. The Boogans. Look, I seem to be one of the only people that just really didn't enjoy this movie all that much. So I can't say I can look, it's better to pay $17.99 for it than $26.99, which is what I paid. So maybe get it if you're slightly interested because the price isn't bad, but I wasn't impressed with the transfer and I didn't think the movie was that good. So I can't recommend that one. Scarlet Streets. I think that's is that a Fritz Lang movie? Yeah, I do have that one in the collection. $17.99. Last Castle, $17.99. Like I said, Crybaby is 100% a recommendation. Like, that is a steal to get that for $17.99 because it has both cuts on it. It's got the director's cut and it's got the theatrical cut. I think only the theatrical cut is in 4K though, but it's got something like 9 new special features with the cast and crew. Ricky Lake came back to talk about the movie. I got a whole review on my channel, guys. Go check it out. It's one of my, it's definitely in my top 3 4Ks of the year so far. I thought Crybaby on 4K was just fantastic. You got Bad Lieutenants on 4K, which now I'm getting to the stuff that I actually need in the collection. Some of the more recent stuff, because some of this stuff, guys, came out in June, came out in July. I don't know if anything came out in August. I think some of the stuff came out in August. I think Cannibal Apocalypse and Nightmare Beach came out in August. So some of this stuff is pretty recent. So it's always awesome that Kino, because a lot of the other labels, except for Criterion, they'll do their sales with Barnes & Noble and they'll include everything. Whereas Kino Lorber only selects, the titles that they put in the sale. Like, it's not the same every time. It's not all the titles. They select the ones that they want to put in the sales. But they're recent titles. Like, and not everybody does that. Vinegar Syndrome doesn't do that. Arrow Video, I feel like, does do that, but they don't do it very often. Like, they'll have some recent titles in there, but it's not all the recent titles. And, Screen Factory, I don't feel like really does that either. So Kino Lorber, cool that their recent titles, they're up for sale. I need like all of these. I'll be honest. Like, I need Bad Lieutenant, Blown Away, Turbulence, Body Snatchers, Brokeback Mountain, Narrow Margin, In and Out. I don't know if I'll get No Way Out or not. I'm not too familiar with that movie. Cannibal Apocalypse and Nightmare Beach. I've got those Blu-rays and I'm fine with those. And then Can't Stop the Music and Peril and Distress. I don't know if I'm going to get those. And Peril and Distress is a little bit more because it's a double pack. There's 2 movies in that on 4K, and that's $19.99. But I'm definitely grabbing at least 6 of these, like at least 6 of these 4Ks, like right out of the gate. So that's all the 4K guys. A great selection. Like I've seen sales from Kino Lorber where the selection has not been as strong. So it's nice to see a good selection here from Kino Lorber this go around. So let's switch over to the Blu-rays. We'll go cheapest to most expensive. We got Terror Out of the Sky, guys, is $5.49. I gotta check and see if I've got these little insect attack movies. I feel like I got them in a sale at some point, but like $5.49 for that is an absolute steal, and you still get the slip for it. They just couldn't sell that one at all, could they? And then you got some other stuff, guys. Blu-rays for $6. Like you just don't see this out of a lot of boutique labels. It's pretty freaking spectacular. We got The Naked Ape. A lot of these movies I'm just not too familiar with though, guys. But I mean, you got $6-7 for some of these. Like if you have heard of these films, you want to check them out, it's a good opportunity to load up on some classic stuff. Catch the Heat for $7.49. That's Anthony Hopkins in that movie. You got The 10th Man for $7.49. So that's pretty cool. And I like to go through these titles, guys, so it might take a little bit to get. You got Love Slaves of the Amazon. My goodness, for $7.99 for that. So yeah, I can't. I'm not going to call out everything, but we'll just kind of scroll down a little bit, and then we'll click to the next one. So yeah, good selection though, guys. I am looking for those Kino cult titles that they put out recently. I think like Swarm and the Frogs or something. Like there were some good ones they put out. I wonder if they're going to be in the sale. Gator, White Lightning. I think I got all those pretty fairly recently. So we'll keep scrolling down. A Star is Born. I think is that the original? Yeah, that's from 1937 right there. You got White Zombie with Bela Lugosi. I think I've got that on DVD in the collection. Nosferatu is for $9.99. I think that's the cheapest I've seen Nosferatu. It used to be a little bit more expensive on Blu-ray during the sales. Moana for not the Disney movie, but another Moana for $9.99 on Blu-ray. And now we're pretty much settling into the $9.90. Oh, there's a Gene Wilder film. The $9.99 era of this sale or portion of this sale. We got September Storm in 3D. Like a lot of these titles I haven't seen. Like, and they're not recent titles. So I wonder if they've never had these on sale before, because I don't recognize like seeing these titles as much in the sale. The Real McCoy with Kim Basinger, Val Kilmer, that's $9.99. So you get a lot of Charles Bronson in these sales, guys. A lot of Charles Bronson, a lot of Clint Eastwood. So that's pretty cool. Like I said, I'm just going to kind of scroll down, guys. Scroll. And it's showing the 4Ks because they're selling the Blu-rays for cheaper. There is some Spike Lee films I still need. You got Jungle Fever, Clockers. I can't remember which one. Like I got to go back through the collection and figure out what I got and what I don't have. All Night Long with Gene Hackman and Barbra Streisand. That's pretty cool. Public Eye with Joe Pesci. All right, we're working our way through, guys. You got The Cat and the Canary right there. Working our way through Casanova. Deep Star 6. I still need to watch that. I've had that in the collection for the longest time. The Hard Way is a really fun buddy cop movie, though. I did watch that a couple of years ago. Michael J. Fox, James Woods. That's a good one. I do recommend that. You can't go wrong with, Michael J. Fox. There's a lot of good ones in here I would like to check out, for sure. The Wildlife. I've been wanting to get the Wildlife for a while. It's got Chris Penn like front and center. Cool as Ice, guys. Oh my God, they got Cool as Ice for $9.99. What do you guys think about that? Cool as Ice. All right, we're gonna keep moving, guys. So far, I'm not as impressed with the Blu-rays. I'll be honest. A lot of Mae West stuff, though. If you're a Mae West fan, you're covered. But I'm not as impressed with the Blu-rays here. You got Strangers on the Run with Henry Fonda. Is that a Western? I don't think I've heard of that one. You got Viva for $9.99. Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid with Steve Martin for $9.99. So for Love or Money, I need that Michael J. Fox movie. I do want to own all his movies. in the collection. Get Crazy. Oh my goodness. So you're getting into some Charles Bronson stuff here. You got Double Door, All My Sons, Shake Hands with the Devil. Oh, Man on the Moon, guys. I would recommend that, but I could see like Kino doing a 4K of that. I think it's a 4K scan actually. It looked great. Like that Blu-ray looked great, so I can recommend the Blu-ray, especially for $9.99. And the movie's fantastic. I love that movie, Jim Carrey. So Man on the Moon is definitely a recommendation. You got Stunt Rock, you got Violent City, with Charlie Bronson. See, I've got some of these insect movies. They just can't sell that B one though. That's why it's $5.49, I guess. You got The Eyes of Laura Mars with Faye Dunaway. So, decent selection. But like I said, I'm not too impressed so far with these Blu-rays. You got the missing in action films. All three of those for $9.99. Program to Kill. I think I bought that actually. Lady from Shanghai. I did not get the 4K because I figured I had that and I could watch that. The package I did get. Gorky Park, I might need. There's some stuff in here I might get, but I think from the looks of it, like I'll probably just be focusing on the 4Ks this month. Here is a movie, and I know it doesn't have a slipcover. This is a top recommendation. It's maybe still my favorite first time watch of 2024, and that's Hardcore with George C. Scott, directed by Paul Schrader. That movie blew me away. Like that's one of the best movies I've seen all year, first time watch wise. So Hardcore, I cannot recommend enough. Such a seedy, just kind of dark and twisted, like LA noir thriller. And I don't know, guys, like I don't want to sound like I'm dissing Taxi Driver, but I think I like the movie better than Taxi Driver. And I love Taxi Driver. But I think that's like Paul Schrader's masterpiece. I think Hardcore is freaking fantastic, and it's enhanced by George C. Scott's performance. He's great in that movie. So great. You got Black Sabbath with The Slip, Death Wish 4 and 5, The Carpetbaggers, The Quisitor tapes, the Quester tapes. Sorry, guys. Isn't that a made-for-TV movie? That's Gene Roddenberry, right? Star Trek. Is that who did Star Trek? $9.99 for that. The Ballad of Little Billy Joe. Little Joe. Sorry, guys. Oh my goodness, we do have some Jess Franco. We've got Sinner, The Secret Diary of a Nymphomaniac for $9.99. You can't beat that, guys. You got House of the Long Shadows. Has that got Christopher Lee in it? They all have Christopher Lee. All those old Hammer horror films, they all have Christopher Lee. Run Silent, Run Deep. The Russians Are Coming. Coming Home, The Devil's Brigade. There's some good stuff. What's The Lawyer? Is that who is that? Is that Dustin Hoffman in that? I don't know. I got to look at these. Big Man on Campus, I feel like I heard good things about. I might get that one. That's $9.99. Revenge of the Ninja. Get The Perfect Weapon. I think I got some of this stuff recently. Paternity. Underground Aces. Cocaine Fiends. Oh, Twisted. I do need Twisted. They just did a Blu-ray of that one recently. I think that one just came out. That's a pretty cool movie. I remember watching that back in the day. All right, we're still scrolling, guys. You got Death Machine. Death Machine I do need. Yeah, I wanted to get that. I think that's a 3-disc set. That's why it's $11.99. Then you got a Betty Page double feature. Oh my. That's part of the Kino Cult line, I think. All right. We got Remembering Gene Wilder. I think that's a documentary. So now it's getting a little bit more expensive, $11.99 Blu-rays, but we'll keep scrolling, keep scrolling, keep scrolling. Oh, they got some Western Classics collections for $19.99. That's not a bad price. And then we got all the film noir collections. I mean, if you're really into film noir and you want to stock up on these, like this is the best time to do that, to catch up on this line, because They're $24.99. You get 3 movies in those, so that's basically 8 something for a Blu-ray. So you can't beat that deal. And now we're going to go to the last page. You got Francis the Talking Mule 7 movie collection, $27.99. You also got Sci-Fi Chillers for $24.99. I think that's that's also 3 films. Outer Limits is in the sale for $29.99. You got another horror box set, more Outer Limits. Columbo, The Return is $47.99. And then you got the Columbo seasons 1 through 7 for $69.99. So lots of good stuff. Again, I was a little disappointed they didn't have some of those Kino Cult titles in the Blu-ray section, but there y'all go. I like to go through these sales. I just get really excited for the Kino sales, and I want you guys to know about the Kino sales because they're great deals and they have great titles that you can check out for super cheap. So I will be linking this sale down below in the description. Let me make myself a little bit bigger, guys, if I can do so. So yeah, I'll link all that stuff down below in the description, guys. But let me know what you plan on picking up in the comment section. Like and subscribe. And I will, guys, I'm going to go ahead and say this right now. I will be back later today to talk about the Arrow Video December releases because there's one title that was shown. It was actually leaked early that I have to talk about. So I will be back later today. You're going to get 2 videos from me today. So thank y'all so much for watching. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, turn on bell notifications for all future videos, and follow me on all my social media accounts. Those links are down below in the description, and we'll see you next time.